Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, hi everybody. My name is Kayla Browning. I am 24 years old and I live in Cameron, North Carolina. I was born May 8th, 1989 in Nashville, Tennessee. And I was raised in a very small, very conservative town called Fairview. Growing up, it was just me and my mom. Well, except for my sister, and she's 18 years older than me, but that's a different story. She took care of me a lot when I was little while my mom worked. My sister did. And my mom used to work at Bell South, which is now owned by AT&T. She worked there for 36 years before she retired. And since she had to work a lot to take care of me, I was brought up in childcare a lot, which was okay because, you know, you meet a lot of new people, lots of new faces to see and talk to. But when I was old enough to not have to go, I was very happy for that. So, sorry about that. When I was a teenager, I was the one that you always talk about and tell your kids, you know, stay away from that one because she doesn't do what she's told. And I was very rebellious. And let me see, sorry. I wasn't particularly good at being a teenager or processing teenage emotions at all. And my mom and I fought a lot because we were a lot alike, a lot. I spent most of my days as a teenager feeling like the whole weight of the world was on my shoulders and just like I was never going to get out of it. And I'm so glad that I'm not a teenager now. I just can't even tell you. But things started to get better when I was 15. I met Dakota, who is my husband. And he was the most gorgeous guy I'd ever seen in my life. He had this long curly blonde hair and these big eyes that were just so hazel. And he just had me the second I saw him. He really did. And before we knew it, we were just completely consumed with each other. We really were. And I admit that for teenagers, that's not typical, and it's also kind of a recipe for disaster. But, you know, we were in love, and love makes you stupid, and we were very stupid. And we were invincible and careless. So it wasn't much of a surprise when a few months later, I was pregnant at 16. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It's not as glamorous as they make it on 16 and Pregnant. But, you know, I'll spare you the drama and anger and sadness of what we went through before my son was born. Because once he was born, it was like the sun always shined every single day. And motherhood is the same. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter your age. I just felt the most pure form of love, and everything else was obsolete. So I might have missed out on some of my childhood that was left, but I had a purpose for my life, and I became more adult from then on. So honestly, I consider myself lucky for not having to go through the rest of that teenage hoopla mess. Because when you let love guide you, you'd be surprised at how much negativity you can keep out of your life. And we didn't know it then, but it was just the beginning of this crazy emotional roller coaster of life that me and Dakota have had. And, you know, it was just meant to be for us. And everything that's happened since then was just part of our destiny. So now we have 4 awesome, totally awesome kids, the best ever, and 2 purebred chihuahuas. So honestly, I can't complain about life at all. I really can't. I'm busy, you know. I'm in school full time. My husband is in the Army, and my kids do so many different activities, but there's never a single dull moment in my life. And people dream about the happiness that I've been so fortunate to have through most of my life. So I try to think about that when life tries to knock me down. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my speech, and I hope that you understand a little bit kind of what I'm about. I'm very loud and quirky and dramatic and completely crazy, but that's me, and I hope everybody here can kind of connect with me on that level somehow. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Yes, you.
How old are your children?
7, 5, 4, and 2. And it's really crazy all the time. No joke, right there. Anybody else?
What's your husband doing in the military?
When he joined, he was a paratrooper. So he jumps out of airplanes and makes parachutes. He's currently in the process of medical discharging from the military.
What are you majoring in?
Good question. I'm currently in Fayetteville Tech to pursue physical therapy assistant. I'm currently doing prerequisites, math, biology, all that stuff you have to do before you can qualify for the program. But full course load, 8 classes every semester. Just cross my fingers that I get in. But thank you for listening to me talk a lot, and it's been my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Everybody's here. Everybody's still here.